Hi there, my name is Madi and this is my YouTube channel all about knitting, making, sewing, making clothes mostly. This is episode 50, which is amazing and hard to believe, and it is October 20th, 2025. It is a Monday. Happy Monday. It's the week after Rhinebeck, so lots of you might be traveling back. I loved seeing all the different photos on Instagram, and I'm excited to watch your guys's recaps. So I look forward to that. My good friends went and they had a great time. It looked like beautiful weather, so it was really fun to watch everybody enjoy all the fiber friends and fiber fun. This episode, I have a lot of things to share. I have been mostly working on my Vair sweater, which I'll show in a minute, but I wanted to first tell you what I'm wearing. I will be peeking down a little bit at my phone and at my notes because it takes me a minute to get in the groove and I quickly forget things. You can also find me on Instagram at Colorado Knitter and on Ravelry Colorado 5 Knitter. One quick announcement that I want to share is on Instagram I do post an occasional Colorado Knitter meetup at Loyal Coffee in Colorado Springs. I do know some of you are not on Instagram, so if any local folks are in the area, we are meeting at Loyal Coffee this Saturday from 8:30 to 10:30. And that Loyal Coffee is the north location on Ridgeline. So hopefully this reaches some folks who might not be on Instagram. I don't always get a chance to announce it prior to the meetup because it often coincides with how the boys' schedule is and their soccer program. Okay, again, my name is Madi. I have 3 boys, 15, 17, and 21. So the 15, 17-year-olds are here and keep me on my toes, and so I kind of schedule around their activities. What I'm wearing is Scotch Pine pullover by Alicia Plummer. I reach for this often, so I wear it actually over another sweater because it's kind of has some positive ease. I take walks in it with our dog Moose, who is a Saint Bernard. I also have noticed that I'll throw it over jammies in the morning, but it's very lightweight, but it's very warm. I knit my version in Holstgarn Super Soft, held double. So I had a cone of this dark charcoal color and then a few of the little balls of this lighter color. And I really enjoyed working the color work in this yarn. It blooms and fills in the space, and just, I love working with woolly wool, and Holstgarn Super Soft is one I really enjoy working with. I will link all the things below. I certainly make plenty of errors and misspeak, so I actually still don't know how to insert like word corrections on the actual video. So if I catch it when I'm rewatching it and doing show notes, I'll try to correct it down below. But please chime in and comment below, and please feel free to correct me. Okay, so let's see. I'll first talk about Vair from Gudrun Johnston, and this I spoke of last time. And last time I think I was just starting the color work portion. So this bottom portion is razor shell lace. So it's a bottom up. You start with a long tail cast on, and then it's a 2-row repeat for this lace section. I've done this lace section. This is my 3rd time, and finally the 3rd time is a charm. But so the first time I cast on size 2, and I did want it to pretty much be 0 ease along the waist, and that one was big, and so I took it out, and then I went down a needle too and size, so I overcompensated there, and then it was way too small. So like I have a bunch of these panels. I have to figure out what I could do with them, but I finally, 3rd time, the first size, and then I did the US 4, I believe. The recommended needle size is what I did for the bottom. And by this time I have the 2-row repeat very memorized and on autopilot. So did the razor shell with it in 1 week. I did this body because I was determined to get to the color work. And then this body is in the color birch from Jamiesons Spindrift, purchased at the Woolly Thistle, and this is the birch color. And then I got to the color work and finished the color work. So I haven't steeked yet. I have the steek stitches. This little portion right here is for the neck. So I wanted to be able to show it to you what it looked like, where the sleeves. So bottom up, do essentially put some stitches on hold for the underarm. Then you cast on the steek stitches. So here's my sleeve steeks or armhole steeks. Those stitches there, and I have them on both sides. So you're knitting still in the round and in a tube, which is very enjoyable. There's no shaping really until you get a little higher up at the shoulders and then the neck. And then these two right here, you're doing just a bit of the front and the back shaping. So this portion here, you could see the tiny little hole, I hope. This is where the shoulders are joined with a 3-needle bind off. And this is the back. So first thing I'll do is cut down the steek stitches on the neck and then proceed from there. So hopefully this is gonna, again, the top I think will have a smidge of negative ease, which is, I was looking for it to be snug. So I think it's gonna work out. The upper portion, I did go up a needle to a US 5. I contemplated going up to a US 6 just because I knew I was doing the smallest size. But I continued with a 5, which was what my original swatch was. So I'm pretty excited about it. Big, cute vest too. I think what I'm gonna do is, in the pattern, there is options for balloon sleeves or straight sleeves. I think I'm gonna do straight sleeves, and I think I actually am gonna do a turtleneck. So it'll be a great layering piece or just on its own. Pretty excited about this. I've been working really hard to get to this step, so I'm looking forward to finishing it up. The colors, let's see if I could tell you what colors are in here. So I have burnt umber, which is gorgeous. And I will write these down below of the colors. So very little used right here. And then I have lomond, in case I say that wrong. And that's the part of the outer part of the flower. And I have, let's see what the other blue is. I know the white is ivory. And then mist is this last blue. And that's in these squares and the inside of the flower. So essentially these with a little bit of ivory. So I'm very happy with it. I feel like it's definitely my colors and I'm excited to wear it. I did work a little bit on the Hairst Hap hood, also by Gudrun Johnston. This is in the Hairst colorway, which is a limited colorway, and hopefully will be added to the Jamiesons Spindrift line, but this is where I'm at. So for this Hap hood, it's a pattern available on Ravelry, so you could do it in any color you like. This is the front at this point. Of course, I have a few stitches on the needle, so it's cutting it off at the V. But right now I'm working this portion, so it'll be about 9 inches from the neck up, and then you do the hood shaping. So essentially you start the front and do increases to get to this shape. Then you do the same on the back. Then you join the shoulders, and now I'm doing the hood portion. So it'll be super comfy. I'm excited for this, for dog walks. And actually I think I would wear it like I would wear it under a coat, but then even maybe having the hood over a hat on those really windy days. So this would be great. I've seen a lot of these done on Instagram and Ravelry, so go check this out. It's very fun to make. And I love this Hairst colorway. It's beautiful. I did purchase more when it was released again from the Woolly Thistle. Let's see, what else can I share you? So I was gonna pretend like I didn't cast anything new on and trick you guys. I mean, I was gonna tell you I did cast things on, but then I was like, surely no one's gonna believe I didn't cast anything on, because I love to cast on. And I was thinking about that. I think Kyle from Viking Fiber Company, he had a little reel on Instagram that talked about like, why do knitters who have multiple projects do that? But I actually feel like I see like little accomplishments in the steps of making something is like a finished moment. So like doing the entire part of the razor shell, and then I finished the razor shell. That's to me completed. So then I'm okay pausing on the project. And then I got to this point, and then I'm okay pausing the project for a little bit. So at this point, I have a new cast on that I'm very excited to share, and I have a lot of finished moments in it. But this is the Gib sweater by Andrea Mowry. I think it's been released a long time, but I was looking at my Brooklyn tweed shelter that I had purchased when they were deciding to stop producing yarn, and this is the faded quilt colorway. Oh, I love it so much. If you can see the texture and the speckles in it, I think it's even inside out. I'm showing you this. Let me turn it right side out because the cable, yeah. So this is right side out, because it has a really cool cable at the raglans. But this yarn has been a pleasure to work with. I'm doing size 3 on the recommended needle sizes. I wanted kind of an oversized, cozy pullover that I would reach for all the time. I've noticed that I've been reaching for my Finest Kind by Alicia Plummer often, and this one kind of gives me the same textured woolly pullover vibe that I really, really enjoy. So this is Gib. It is top down with a raglan sleeves. It's super addicting texture. I did the entire raglan shaping in a weekend. Like, I think I started Friday afternoon, finished the entire raglan shaping, knitting off and on by Sunday, and then now I'm on the body. So again, I finished the raglan shaping, and I consider that a finished moment in my knitting. But now I'm on the body, so anytime I'm out and about with the guys, or they're watching TV, or we're just hanging out, then I work on the body. I'm tempted. I just started a new skein for the body, so I won't do the sleeves until that one's through, but I was a little tempted to pause the body and go for the sleeves, because I kind of like the entertainment of some of the shaping that does happen, hence being addicted to doing the yoke and things like that. But I've tried it on. I love it. It's gonna be a great staple piece, and I'm really excited about this faded quilt color by Brooklyn Tweed. It has fun little specks and stuff in it. Okay, the next thing I cast on is I have been wanting and craving a good amount of staple knits in my closet. So like I'm going to make another poppy sweater by Petite Knit for a wedding that we're going to, that's up in the mountains. I'm going to knit a black version of that poppy and wear it with a store-bought lace skirt, and then I kind of went down the rabbit hole of looking at all the Petite Knit patterns, and I wanted to use some stash I had that is Sandnes garn double Sunday and tin. I don't know if I have all the labels with me right here. Probably not. No, I don't. But they're silk mohair. So essentially I have a smidge left of the Sandnes garn in front of me, and I will put the colors of these down below. But this is what I have. I have a lot of these, but they're just in another room. So I did cast on the Monday sweater. Again, a finished moment in the sweater is this turned neckline, which I always find so magical and so beautiful. So it's folded over, and I love the way Petite knits instructions for folding over the necklines, because so you knit, you know, almost double of what you're going to do for your neckline. Then you have 2 rows. I think it's double knitting, where you have some slip stitches so that it folds nicely. And then you pick up 1 stitch on the inside and knit it together with your working round of stitches. But Petite knit, most of her folded necklines are this way, and I've used them for other patterns as well, because I really love how they look. They just look super finished and professional, and I'm loving the combo. So I didn't love just this alone, which it probably looks very similar, but I feel like the mohair really warms it up a little bit. So I'm really enjoying this. This is the Monday sweater. So the moment that's done is the turned collar, and it's folded and beautiful. And then now I'm just working on all the raglan shaping. So also can be easy to take with me. It's just increasing every other round. And you can see some of the raglan shaping right here. But Sandnes garn is lovely to work with. I've always loved working with it. In fact, for my poppy sweater, I chose, I haven't received the yarn yet, but I will show you, and it will be rush mad finish too. Try to finish it before a November wedding. But I ordered, instead of cashmere, I'm going to do Sandnes Sunday held with Sandnes alpaca, so that it would be more cost efficient, because I'm going to do, I think, 3/4 sleeves. But I love this. And then it has my little Hello Lavender stitch marker from Flock last year. So this is fun. I have all the fun sweaters going on. Plenty of non-thinking projects, which is nice when I need those most. Okay, what else did I cast on? I cast on Susan B. Anderson's new little Woodland egg and owlet. Let me see, I'll look it up for you so I don't misspeak. Let's see if I can just find it. If I write owl, no. So she had it listed as on sale. Her pattern, I didn't buy the kit, but her pattern was $4 during her intro sale. And Susan B. Anderson, makes these amazing little toys that are so fun to make, because there's not like seaming it together. You pick up stitches and then you connect it as you pick up the stitches. So it's the Woodland egg and owlet, and I'll put that picture there. But all I've done so far is the little egg. So I followed the directions and I wasn't totally sure what I was doing, but looking at video links that are provided in the pattern, I was able to see quickly where I'm picking up. So this is the egg, and I'm picking up on these garter bumps to add the owl. So then eventually you can put the owl inside the egg. So you want this portion to be stretchy enough so that it can sit inside and be a little owly inside the egg. I'm excited for this. I am using some fancy smanchy yarn from Legacy Fiber Arts. This is the first time I've ever tried their Cozy Toes, and it's wonderful. So this is a gift knit for my great niece, and she will be at the wedding. So I'm excited to have this little fun little soft washable bundle for her to be playing with. And I wanted it to be kind of like sophisticated colors because it's a wedding. So this is merino cashmere nylon, and this is the vanilla bean. And I love earth tones, girl, and Denise has her new book, which I keep waiting for. I'm on the list to get it next. But Legacy Fiber Arts had this earth tones minis bundle So I grabbed it, and I actually, well, of course I'm gonna knit socks with this and this, but I'm gonna use some of these colors for the owl. So I think I'm gonna do this guy for the dark grays in the owl, and I'm probably gonna use this cutie orange for the feet. So it won't be super duper bright, but I think it'll still be cute. This Cozy Toes is so soft, but I wanted it to be something that can be thrown in the wash because they will be traveling, and maybe in pockets and floors and stuff like that. So we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you posted. This egg was in one little sitting yesterday afternoon, and I wanted to show it to you before I picked up for the owl, so you could maybe visualize. Again, the videos with links that are available through the pattern are fantastic and priceless. I think that they really help because sometimes you can't really visualize what the wording means, at least for me. Let's see what I can tell you. Okay, a few new knitting purchases. So these, which I was so excited to see it out of the mailbox. I did just receive Veera Valimaki's new book. I love Laine books. They're amazing and gorgeous to me. And I got to meet Veera in Denver when she was teaching there. And these dream knits are, I mean, I would knit every single item out of here. So just kind of a peek. But they're just great designs. I love all, look at this. Can you imagine walking Moose in that cozy sweater? I usually am like, can I imagine that cozy sweater over my PJs? Yes, yes I can. Oh, look at this sweet one. But I love every single one of them. This is my dream knits. And when I got to meet her, she was working on one of the scarves that is in this book. So I feel like that's super special. I love supporting her and love seeing her designs come into a book. So that was one purchase. And then I might have had some FOMO of a Rhinebeck weekend with all my purchases. But we had another book I saw mentioned on Wool and Wishes podcast, which I'll link below. I love their podcast. I feel like it's some great ideas that I haven't seen, and I'm always inspired by those two women. And I saw them knitting some animal friends from this book. And I had never heard of this book, nor had I heard of the yarn used to knit these animals. And it is called Sheepjes. I don't know if that's how you say it. SCH. Well, I can show you this page. I don't know if you can see it. If not, I'll link it below. But I did find that yarn. It's SCHEEPJES. And it's a wool, and it's about sport weight. And they have some cool stonewash colors. But look at this cute dog. And what I think I understand is all the clothes fit the animals. So like that little guy had that outfit on, and then so all the bodies are similar to this shape, and then he has a different outfit. Which I like. The outfits are so cute. But you could see here with the 3 outfits, but I think you could potentially make one doll, but those clothes could be mixed for the doll, which I have to try. So same nieces. I totally want to try these. I think what I'm gonna, oh, you guys have to see this guy. He's so cute. Harry the Ram. I mean, he's even wearing Tar Heel colors. That's for Erica. But then let's see. The one I want to make for my great nieces is this little guy. Tilly the hare. And so I think, I mean, I have grand plans, but for now, my idea is to make the animal and then decide what clothes to make. So I did find this yarn. I think it's the Yarnery that carried this kind of base, so I'll try it out and keep you posted. My fear is the amount of sewing together. Like, Susan B. Anderson's designs, I don't have to seam them. You pick up stitches and carry on. So we'll see. The ladies at Wool & Wishes, they seem to love to make them. I think they've made multiple of them already, so I'll give it a try. I'm excited because I think the finished item will be pretty fun. I love that there's clothes to share on it. Yes, another purchase. So my good friends at Knitworthy Yarns, I don't know if this will show up. The light is a little different because it's noon instead of earlier. We had some hammering, so I tried to wait for the hammering to be over. But Tori of Knitworthy Yarns, she makes these amazing bags. And it's similar to a bag that I had tried to make consistently, but this is much better than mine. And I love the colors, but this was what's it called? Oh, you Rhinebeck people, please tell me what this is called. I know what it's called. Brooklyn General hosted this event. It was called Woolen Affair. So this is the Woolen Affair fabric, and I got to go with these ladies last year, and it was a similar fabric motif, and so I got this as a memory, and I love it. So it's got a little carabiner, has a little pocket inside. It's like perfect for that skein of yarn, for a sock on the go. I mean, perfection. Look at how pretty. I love the combo. You could just put it on your belt loop and go. So I did get this as a memory along with this kit from the Fiber Company. It's Amble sock yarn. Amble is so amazing to work with. I highly recommend it. Let's see. The base is 70% wool, 20% alpaca, and 10% nylon. And I think my idea is to do one of the color work cuffs, either something that I find on Pinterest, honestly, or something that Summer Lee has designed. So these three together, and it's so warm. It's so soft and warm and awesome. So that was my little keepsake from Knitworthy Yarn Company. And they are an online shop on, they have a little bit of a YouTube channel and Instagram, and they have lovely yarns available at their yarn shop, which I will link below. Okay, so sewing, we'll move to sewing. alert, in case you're just here for knitting. But I have been sewing, and for sewing, I'm different than I am for knitting. For knitting, I will cast on all the things, play with the yarn, see what it does. I'm okay putting it aside because my skein was just aside, so I'm okay if I put my started project aside. Sewing though, I'm probably maybe less comfortable sewing, so I will do one project cut to finish at a time. So what I did finish and talked about a smidge last time, I had started the Rue Coat by Spaghetti Western Sewing Patterns, and I finished the Rue Coat. So I had talked about possibly doing big buttons last time, but I ended up deciding on snaps, which I'm so glad I did, because I feel like that's exactly, well, one, they're easy. I'm gonna just grab it, snap one, and go. But I've been wearing this often. I'll throw it on. It's kind of same thing. Does it work over jammies? Yeah, it does. And so I have been wearing this often. The snaps are perfect. It's right here. I don't know if it's gonna be easy to show. I have a crazy stash because, so prior to COVID, I was sewing garments for my great nieces, and then I was into all the things. And so then COVID happened and my sewing moments shut down for a while, but I had a good amount of stash. So I think I got this kit on Amazon way back in that time. And it's essentially a snap kit where you have, I don't know much about snaps. So some say I don't think it's gonna, I'll take a picture and put it up because I'll drop everything. But there's like anorak snaps, I think it's jersey snaps, camping snaps, and then it has, you know, the big squeeze to actually punch the hole in the fabric even. So there's different attachments that you would attach in here to make the little punch. And then you have, so these are little additions to go in here. And I had no idea, I didn't remember how to use it. So it was easy to find on YouTube. So I looked up this actual brand and was able to, it's Prism Snap Set. And I was able to just YouTube how to do that. And they work great. So you really do need to squeeze. I had a few buttons, like once I opened them, this side, so the side, you know, this side on this would come off with this. So I just had to just really squeeze it together. A couple things I did for the roo coat is, so I used Cairo linen for all the colors. This is like a flannel or a brushed cotton. The inside, the batting is a wool, so it is cozy and warm. I only used one layer because I wanted it to be more like a shirt versus a big coat that was kind of puffy under my arms. So what I ended up doing was cutting, you know, say the front piece, batting, backing, roughly cutting it to size to allow some space when you quilted the fabric together. I did use quilt basting spray because I actually don't like pinning and sandwiching the fabrics together. That's like my least favorite part of making a quilt. So this made it much simpler. It does get your table sticky though. So like do either cover your table or know that you're gonna overspray a bit. I just sprayed with the fans on and then the windows open inside, but I did have to kind of scrub my table a little bit afterwards because it was a little sticky. But it did work really well to hold it because I didn't have too many wrinkles when I was quilting the fabrics together. And once I quilted, say I quilted the front piece that I had rough cut to size, then I used the pattern piece to really cut it to size. So all of it has been quilted, and then I just quilted this collar piece in a different color. I was kind of going for the Orvis website look, but I really am happy with it, and it's very comfortable. I changed my sleeves, so this pattern is drafted for 5'1", which I am 5'1". However, my arms must be shorter. I didn't adjust the sleeves, plus I knew I didn't want it to be cuffed with a different fabric. Possibly if I had done blue, I would have liked that, but since it was so different, I ended up choosing to add just elastic cuffs because that's my comfort. Like this, I'm gonna be doing dishes, I'm gonna be picking up after the dog. So I need my cuffs to be out of the way, and this has worked great. It's kind of hits me like right at the wrist. Oh wow, I really scratched myself. Or like if I lift my arms, it moves up a little bit, which I like, and it makes it very workable. So I will show a picture of me up here wearing it. I do often post finished makes on Instagram at Colorado Knitter in case you are on there. So that's one finished sewing item, and I actually really do like it and feel comfortable in that. The next finished item, oh, the other thing I wanted to mention on that coat is, where did I put it? I got it out on purpose too. It's the little bias tool. I totally pulled it out to make sure I could show you, and now I'm not gonna be able to find it. Oh, here it is. So you do make all the bias, and so all this bias tape I did make out of a blue Cairo linen. Both of the Cairo linens are from U Fibers. And this is, I don't know if you've ever seen the clover bias binding thingies. Don't know what they're called. But it's Clover brand. This one says 25 on the back, if that's the size. It's the blue one. They have different colors for different sizes. But you put your bias cut fabric, I think it was maybe an inch inside in width, and then it comes out of this double fold. So folded like this and like this, and then when you buying something, you fold it one more time. Super helpful, huh? I probably have a piece right here. What I do, look. No, that's a ribbon. I'm a zoo. So if you look up on YouTube, Clover bias tape thingy, it will help, and I'll try to find a video for you and link it below. But it's how I did all my bias binding, which was much more pleasant. So I would pull it through here and then run the iron on it, and then just pull like with this little handle and iron. And then it made it into a fold on each side coming to the middle. Then you fold it one more time to sandwich over your edges. And the entire inside is bound. I chose to leave some of the arms unbound because it was bulky, so it kind of added some bulk. Oh, I just see if you hear the banging, I'm sorry. I tried to wait till they were done banging. All right. Next thing, seeing that was super helpful and clear, I did finish another pair of jeans, and these are the Helene jeans, salvage jeans, by Anna Allen, I believe. And if that's a mistake, I'll make sure I correct that below. At Flock, I saw Laura from Dandelion Fibers, and she raved about the Helene jeans, and that they're her favorite, and she's made multiple pairs. She was wearing a pair, and then Gudrun Johnston also made a pair, and so they've been on my list for a good chunk of time, and I made a pair. Right now I have this just regular sewn button, not a jean button, because oh my gosh, I'm sorry if you hear the hammers. Because it's a temporary button for me. So I've been having trouble deciding where I want my button to be for jeans. And so I saw someone recommend just putting a normal button in, and then easy to move without causing a big hole. And so these have now been washed, worn a ton, washed once, and I'll kind of decide where the button for sure will stay, and then I'll put the jean button on. But I love them. I did the straight slim leg to give them a try. The difference with these jeans is that they are on the selvage edge, which I tried to maintain. So you can see my cute selvage. This is the side seam, is the selvage edge. And so, I really love them, and I love making jeans. So I thank Alicia of Edmiston Creations for motivating me to keep working on jeans, and that's certainly what I love doing as of right now. The top stitching is so fun. I did use the Clum House recommended top stitch, where you actually just thread 2 all-purpose threads through the same needle to make it double thick, because I do not have a good collection of top stitching thread at this time, but it gave me tons of options, and it works fine. I love it. So I'll try to put a picture of me wearing them, but they're super comfortable. This is kind of light denim. It's a selvage denim specifically for selvage jeans from U Fibers. I do have one other cut of selvage that's a little thicker, so I wanted to make sure I got the right, oh, sorry, the hammers, fit before I tried the thicker, which maybe is a little less forgiving of denim. I think in the future I may be more disciplined on doing my pocket bags the same color as the denim, because sometimes I feel like they peek through. I looked at my store-bought jeans, and they also sometimes peek through, and they're just white. So this is certainly not bad, but I wondered if it would be more forgiving for me if I just did my pocket bags in a blue or a similar color as the denim, but it is certainly fun to see the stripes. Let's see. What I typically do at the end of making the pants or jeans is usually the last step is the side seam. So I will often baste my side seam and then go try it on. And this is prior to putting my waist in, which sometimes is hard to tell if you're happy with a fit without the waistband. But I do feel like each time I have basted my side seam, which the usual given seam allowance is a 1/2 inch, that I've often taken it out and gone to a 3/8 inch, so a smaller seam allowance, just giving a little bit more room. So I don't know, I mean, changing the size of the overall pair of pants would be more drastic than just changing that side seam allowance, but it does seem to be the trend that I go back and make that a little bit smaller. What is on the sewing table right now are just my luck jeans, which I was telling my sewing pals that I don't know if I feel cool enough to wear these because they're very cool, but I think I'm gonna try. These are my just my luck jeans, and I adore the fabric, which I'm tempted to buy more to make overalls. This is railroad denim from U Fibers. Blast to work with. I asked Alicia Edmiston if she could share pictures of her pair, because she's made these with railroad. I'm sorry, I dropped a pin. Railroad denim as well, and so I did copy the way she put the stripes horizontally versus parallel. Is that right? Yeah. And the back is the same, so I did the stripes this way versus this way in the pockets. I did have to redo the pockets. I had misread the pattern and they were like miniature pockets. So I just finished redoing the pockets right now prior to this as I waited for the hammering to stop. But the reason these are super cool is because of this cute peg at the knee. And so I did have to adjust the length quite a bit to get the knee in the right place. But the instructions from Forest and Thread for Just My Luck jeans are excellent and guide you through that. So all I have left, I'm pretty excited about my fly. I mean, check out that fly. And then this back too is pretty cool. Now Moose is in here. But excited about these. So all I have left is, right now the side is basted, and I did go up. I changed the 1/2 inch seam allowance to 3/8, and then I do struggle sometimes putting these waistbands on. I feel like you get to that point and then you're kind of like, why isn't it lining up good? So hopefully this waistband will go smoother. And then the hem. And then I'll show you guys a picture wearing them and trying to be cool enough to wear them. But I think it's really cute. Like, I mean, I could picture it. I can actually picture it with so many sweaters. I picture this the most right now. This, and then I thought just the staple sweater. Oh, so many things, so many possibilities. But I've been really enjoying making my clothes. I feel probably the best when I go out in handmade clothes. That's all I've been working on, which is all over the place per usual, but it brings me excitement and joy, and I'm excited to be able to make these things and knit and share with you. I do have a new podcast that I stumbled upon, and I wanted to share that with you. I'm going to look it up real quick just to make sure I remember the name, and I will link it. Super popular social media following on TikTok, I think, which I don't have, is Hannah Way. And Handmade Details, I think, is possibly her handle, but I will link that below. Such a great podcast. I think it was one that I've seen, and again, very active on TikTok and Instagram. But there was a sweater of her Olga sweater, never crossed my mind. Olga sweater by Petite Knits, and she had the neckband and the wrists in a different color of the stripes, which I loved. That was so cute. What a good idea. Hadn't thought of that. That's a really good idea. So I did love those, that sweater idea and her sweater whips. I do have I love that oversized pullover sweater that can go over jammies. And then the newly saved Ravelry project. So in my favorites, and I have hair in my mouth, that I can't stop thinking about and I wanted to tell you about is gemstone. So I haven't been spinning, but I feel like lately I saw Michael from Piece for Piece Crafting finish his shawl with hand spun, and it's just fabulous. So I sort of have this, I want to change how I was spinning. I was spinning to spin, which I still love that idea. But the next spin I do, I actually want to spin with a project in mind. And so the project in mind I have is gemstone, and I will post a picture right here. So I'm kind of trying to decide if I want kind of this really soothing combo as photographed here, or what I would do. And the same, I sort of want to spin both. So I want to spin the solid piece and the color piece. But I'm excited to try that, and kind of spinning with a different intention versus just spinning to spin, kind of spinning with this shawl in mind. And that's totally inspired from Michael. But I think that's it. I think the hammering paused for a second. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday. I hope those who went to Rhinebeck weekend had an amazing time. It looked amazing. It is so fun to reunite with friends and fiber friends and meet new people and be so excited about all the similar things that I really, really have enjoyed following along via social media. So I'm excited for anyone's recaps. And if you didn't get to go, I hope you had a wonderful time making at home and relaxing, or getting things done that needed to get done. All right, enjoy the rest of the month. I will see you soon.